Okay, here we are now for example 5. We're going to be starting in the 8th position on the C major 7. I'll take you through all the intervals for these shapes, and then we'll get into proceedings. So we are starting at the root, and that is at the 8th fret on the low E string. This is actually the same note as the 3rd fret on the A string, just on a different string. Okay, so another bit of a jumble here with regards to the intervallic order of things. So the next note in the chord is at the 9th fret on the D string. This is the B note, and it will be the major 7. And we have the E note, which is the major 3rd. That's at 9th fret on the G string. And we then have the 8th fret on the B string, which is the 5th, the G note. Finally followed by the open high E string, which of course is our 3rd. So what we're going to do is we're going to play that a couple of times, as we've been doing previously. What we're going to do then is transfer the shape down into the 1st position. I'll take you through the intervals here. In fact, they are identical to the previous chord, just in a different position, and obviously the notes are a different pitch. So root note F, major 7 E, 3rd, major 3rd at the 2nd fret, that's the A note on the G string. C next, which will be our 5th on the B string, fret 1, and then the open E string. So we're going to strum this a couple of times gently. A tip here for that, and this will probably happen naturally for most people, but I'll mention it anyway. With the open A string, which is in between all these notes, you want to mute that just with the back of the tip of your 1st finger there. So when it frets down, as long as it's in an arc, a bit like that, so not straight, and an arc, the back of the tip of that finger should mute the 5th string. You can just check it by doing that. It might still have the pitch of the A string, but it's muted. So it's a percussive sound. Once you play it with the chord, because of how quickly that's done, it's, you're not going to notice that anyway. Okay, so that's the 1st time through. On the 2nd time through, then back to the C major 7 shape in the 8th position, as we did to begin with. I'm going to do that twice. Remember, you can use the reverse technique, going upward through the strings. You can do this anywhere you want. It doesn't have to be on the 2nd time, on the like every 2nd bar. It can be whenever you want. Whatever floats your boat. But we've got an alternate ending then, so we're going to move the C major 7 shape up to the F major 7, and this time it is at the 13th position. So exact same notes down in the 1st position, only an octave higher, except of course for the high E string, which remains unchanged. So we have the F root, and then we have the E as our major 7, A as our major 3rd, C as our 5th, and then the high E string, which is just the major 3rd, repeating itself in a different octave. I like this one a lot. It's really, really nice. I think it's the tone you get when you move up here. It's a little bit thicker, just because of, don't know how tighter the strings are or something. Doesn't really matter, the results speak for themselves. And what we're going to do then is some more arpeggiations. These pretty much follow the pattern we were exploring before. But this time we're going to add some variety every 2nd bar. So same pattern to begin with. And the way that I do it is down, down, up, down, up, down, up, up. Second time through a bit different. What we're going to do is this. So different rhythm, different order of things. I pick it this way: down, down, up, down, up, up. There's probably not a lot of benefit to strict alternate there. It's just going to get a bit weird. You can do with that if you want. I just prefer to, because it's broken up anyway, there's not a continuation. The down, then the down, up works really well. And then what we're going to do is just transfer that pattern, or those two patterns, down into the first position for the F major 7 here. So note there the first time through, same as what we were doing previously. Then the variation. It's really challenging my hand. I'm not used to holding down chords for this long. So that's that. And then another variation coming on the alternate ending. So we begin the same, this time on a different F major 7. So this is from before, where we took the first position, moved it up to the 13th position. We're going to do that again. We're going to arpeggiate it with an identical pattern to start with. So down, down, up, down, up, down, up, up. Then it's going to change a bit. So it will sound like this. Let's break that up. This is in bar 12. It's the second bar of alternate ending 2, or the second ending. So it will look a bit like this: down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and then it's up to you. Downstroke or upstroke, doesn't matter at the end. I just use a downstroke for simplicity's sake. So those two bars will sound like this. Let's have another listen to them. And then to finish with, we're going to move into basically the chord we started with, C major 7, 8th position. So a nice way to end. Just a nice gentle down strum there.